Sandra, along with T the Man. Merry Christmas, T.
Merry Christmas, Sandra.
It looks so festive behind you, brother. That's good to see you down south again.
Hey, you know what? I gotta go out there and do some more shopping. You know what I mean?
You know what? You get the best deals the closer it gets to the holiday.
Yeah, that's what my money depreciates that fast too. You know.
Yeah, but you save so much. You know, T, this has been a head spinning week. It's been a week that's really ended in chaos.
It has been.
Yeah. Just to name a few incidents, we started the week with Michael Flynn going to court for sentencing and getting dressed down by the judge. The judge told Flynn that arguably he sold out his country. You know, I bet he thought he was just going to walk in there and just, you know, walk out and get, you know, probation for everything he did. But woe was him when he got in there. That judge was upset.
Yes, he was. Judge Sullivan was very upset. And the thing about it was he was able to read the unredacted thing. So Mike Flynn did a whole lot that us in the general public can't see. And he felt that he threw that word out there, you know, treason.
The T word.
You know, yeah, he put it out there for Mike Flynn, and it shook him. Because he said, do you want me to go ahead and sentence you now? Because it looked like he was going to throw some time out at him like he won the lottery. You hear me?
Right.
Mike Flynn, hey, he said, let me think about that. I'll take this 90-day reprieve, and told him, you better go help Bob Mueller some more. So my thing to Michael Flynn is, you better come up with some more Russians.
Yep, I think you might need to come up with some more people from Turkey, because I think that's part of what was going on with the judge being upset with what happened between him and possibly involved with kidnapping somebody and taking them back to Turkey. It was a mess. And I think that him and his lawyers were knocked off their feet. But you know what, they came in there, you know, with the, I guess they had to write something to the court and kind of tried to state that he was hoodwinked, that, you know, the FBI didn't question him correctly, and all that information that had been released to the public of how he was interviewed. And boy, that the judge, he wasn't hearing none of that stuff.
The judge told him whatever form it was, the 302 form. He
had a 302
form with the FBI. Then because on Fox Radio, you know, the conspiracy radio, they're the one to put out there, Mike Flynn was forced. He was forced to make these things. But you know what? He was in front of the judge. The judge asked him point blank, were you forced? He said no. He said, you doing his own free will violations? He said yes. You know, so, you know, he just debunked the lie and the theory that Trump and right wing and Fox put out there. Because absolutely. Mike Flynn, you know, he's a 3-star general, and he know good and well that you don't lie to the FBI when you hit the National Intelligence Director. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, the man been to college, you know, unlike Trump, he had to work his way through. But he told that lie and he got caught. The judge called him out on it. And then he thought he wasn't going to get no time. The judge said, hey, you know what? I don't care.
Not today.
If you get this plea in the day, you're going to get time. If you come back in 90 days, you know, you might have to ask more.
You still might get time.
Yeah, you still might get some time, you know. And to be honestly, since he was chanting that song, lock her up, I say lock him up, lock him up, lock him up.
Yeah, I think he should do some time. I personally think he should do some time. Also, we had a situation where the Donald Trump Foundation was shut down by Barbara Underwood. She's the New York City Attorney General, and she's forcing the Trump Foundation to sell the 3 assets that they got. 2 of them are pictures of Donald Trump, and one of them is a Tim Tebow helmet, and take those funds and donate it to charities in which the court has deemed that they should go to. The court then wants the children to be stricken from being on anybody's board foundation for a year, and for Trump for 10 years. Donald Trump is so upset. He called the attorney general. He called Whitaker and asked him, what can he do about it? Can he stop it? When he's like, I'm barely in here. You know, I'm not even taking advice that I was given to not recuse myself.
Listen, you know what? He's calling his attorney general thinking that he's going to have some credibility with the New York attorney general. Donald Trump, in case you're listening, they don't like you in New York. you the only person I know who really can't go home again.
Exactly.
So, you know what? What was Woody going to tell him? This is covered by federal law. Your scheming, your lying, your thievery is covered by federal law. Nobody. And then, of course, Donald Trump went off about Tish James, the new
Oh yeah,
New York, and he said, well, it's our campaign. He said that she made a campaign pledge to go after him. Well, you know what? He's absolutely right. She's going
well,
after
think about the campaign pledges that he made when he was talking about Hillary Clinton. You know, he didn't have, good thoughts. So, oh well.
Well, the thing about it was, Hillary Clinton's crime was an email on a server that didn't get hacked. So, so he feels that amounts to some kind of state crime. So, but you know what? Stealing, raising money for charities, and you know how cheap he was at charity. His son, apparently, when he joined the Boy Scouts, he had the charity write a $7 check. He wouldn't even, I can see if he wrote a $7 check for all the kids that were pledging, but just your son, really? I mean, you that cheap? Please,
Yeah, they say that he basically was just using a charity for a slush fund, that they really, never did anything good for anybody. I guess he repaired a fountain that's outside of a Trump tower, so.
Yeah, for his benefits.
Exactly. And the three things that have to be sold, he paid over $42,000, but they said that they really amount to about $975 worth of merchandise. Obviously, Trump likes to overpay for everything. Just,
Well, he paid $42,000 and the foundation got it. So what? Where did the money go? Back into his pocket?
All day long.
Yeah. So, hey, but you know what? They got $1.8 million in there. And so they said, we're going to tell you what charities that you can give to. So it won't be the Donald Trump, caddies at Mar-a-Lago getting any scholarship. I can tell you that right now. So he better go down to Brooklyn and Harlem and Queens and Long Island Boys and Girls Club, Salvation Army, one of the Hispanic centers for social services. That's where they're gonna get that money. Like Immigrants Aid. That's who need to get some of that money. Immigrants Aid. Yeah. That'd be
exactly.
So,
and on Wednesday, Trump announced his decision to withdraw 2,000 troops from Syria, stating that we have defeated ISIS. And this move prompted General Mattis to abruptly resign in protest on Thursday. So that's really got even the GOP upset. It just seems like he talked to Erdogan and he told him, you know what, y'all need to get on out there and let, Russia go on and handle Syria. He has no foreign policy. He knows nothing about foreign policy.
He has no common sense. Anybody tells him whichever the way the wind blows is the way he go. He likes these strong men like Iran. He likes Putin. He likes Xi. He likes Kim Jong-un. He likes these dictators. So when he feels if they tell him to do it, they must be giving him good advice. So listen, Mathis resigned because of principle. So he said, "Hey, I'm out of here." Yeah, he needs somebody who's a yes man and who's going to get these soldiers killed. Because Donald Trump doesn't have any consideration or any loyalty. He don't have no loyalty to them soldiers. He don't have no loyalty to the United States of America.
Our allies.
No allies. You know what? You ain't gonna get no intelligence from the British. You're not gonna get no intelligence from the French, from the Canadians. Hell, you're not gonna get none from the Mexicans. And you know what? I want to just say one thing about this so-called caravan, this wall that he want to build, that he shut down the whole government for.
Still slats now. It's still slats.
That this caravan came all through Mexico, and then you don't hear anything about gangs just running rampant in Mexico. Okay. What is it? Is the cartel providing security for them? Tell me what. And then as soon as they get to the U.S. border, apparently they're terrorists. So the last terrorist they had was that woman when she came over the border and delivered that baby. So that was a terrorist because they cried. Wow. Please, you know what? Listen, let's talk about good things. Let's quit talking about Donald Trump and his stupidity. He made a deal and then he backed out of it.
That's right.
So now they're trying to pass it, and then he's going to talk about Democrats need to pass it. Democrats don't need to pass it. It's your deal. Why would I vote for something that you put up that we don't like? We don't like you. We don't like your deal, and you want me to vote for it? What kind of fool you think I am? Maybe they
Well,
do
the original deal was passed by the House and the Senate, and he set his boy Mike Pence up to look real stupid. And then he saw the pundits on Fox News, and so you got Hannity and Coulter basically telling him what to do, and then all of a sudden he doesn't want to sign it. Now he wants $5 billion, in which, Chuck Schumer said, bro, that ain't gonna happen. You won't get that Christmas present. You will not get that.
Listen, Chuck Schumer can't afford to make no deal with them. Because Chuck Schumer, he's already on thin ice. Mm-hmm. That New York delegation that's up there, these new progressives, listen, they ain't taking this. They like, you know what? You better go all the way. And if you die on the cross, you die on the cross. You better not give in.
Okay. No, absolutely not. He's not going to give $5 billion. But you said we wanted to talk about a little bit of good news. Yes. Speaking of Fox News, they were really hard on Parkland survivor David Hogg, but he has been accepted into Harvard University, and he was one of the Parkland students.
Survivors.
Yeah, one of the survivors, and he's going to major in political science. Whoa, y'all better watch out for it.
We know we got a new congressman coming here to Florida. I'm going to just say that. And then they got on him, and they threw a whole lot of shade because he didn't get early acceptance. It doesn't matter if you get early acceptance, it's that you get acceptance. So I want to say, them people up on Fox News who was shading them, who themselves couldn't get into Harvard.
Exactly.
Back at you.
I just read the other day that Sean Hannity, he didn't even graduate from college. Shame on him.
Are you surprised?
I am not.
He didn't even graduate. Rush Limbaugh, he had his whole Oxycontin thing and blamed it on his maid. So now we got a drug user, a drug dealer, and then a near-to-be mediocre high school graduate.
Okay. With some college.
Maybe some college.
So did you hear about the wrestler, Olympic champion Jordan Burroughs has come out to support New Jersey high school wrestler Andrew Johnson. Andrew Johnson was forced by a referee to cut his dreadlocks in order for him to compete. Now, he'd already, competed in 30 different.
Well, you know what? That referee had an incident with African Americans and some racial things. So he shouldn't even been there refereeing that. And then, of course, it wasn't about a safety thing. It was about he don't like young black men wearing dreadlocks.
And he had a cap on.
Yeah, he had a cap on.
Which is required.
I don't know this young man. I know he was in high school. I don't know if he was a senior or junior or what the deal was. But but
what? I felt so sorry for him. Yeah, I mean, they just cut his hair any old way. And then after he won, and they took his hand and raised it up, you could just see he was just defeated. But I was happy to see that Jordan Burroughs, who is an Olympic champion, is out there to support him. And you're right, Alan Maloney said that his hair was unacceptable. That was the ref. And he also came under fire in 2016 for using a racial slur against another black referee. They got into an argument, and he put his finger in his chest, and I guess he threw the N-word out on him, and they suspended him for a year. But he's back. But the high school said he will never referee another, game at that high school.
Well, that's okay. There's plenty of little racist pockets that he'll be welcome. So it ain't like stopping him. It's not like they're gonna take away his referee card and say he can't referee no high school games. He'll just go to his little, enclave of the alt-right, like where they marched in Charlotte. He can referee their matches because that's the kind of person he is.
Well, I just hope that there's no African Americans that are subjected to his racial.
Well, any person of goodwill, not African Americans. Maybe a young Hispanic young man, an Asian person, Native American. Somebody from the Pacific Islands. We have so many ethnic groups that got their own culture, and it offends him. He offends us.
Yeah, I just felt so bad about that. But Barack Obama, God bless him, California highway named President Barack H. Obama Highway. It's a section of California between Glendale and Pasadena. It's a section of State Route 134. So they've named a highway after Barack Obama. How about that?
Hey, go ahead. I'm happy that his name. At least, like, it's better than Trump Highway.
Yeah. I know we got a school here in Atlanta named after him too. So
Obama.
He's getting his just due.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna just say, Barack Obama is such an icon. People just love him, and I know we're gonna talk about a little bit when he went to the hospital. It's a great honor, even that little small stretch of land. Barack Obama, as far as I'm, they should name that whole quarter from end to end Barack Obama instead of that one small section. But we'll take what we can get right now.
Oh, so, absolutely.
And I know you heard about him doing charity, or we shouldn't say charity. We should say, I don't know, doing good.
Playing Santa, really.
Playing Santa. He came in there, look at all, Barack got swag. So he stepped up in there, had his hat on, had his bag, walked in there, and all those sick kids felt so much better. Some of them, got, terminal diseases, but he brought a smile to their face. You hear me? He brought smile. He brought happiness. He brought hope. He brought all the good that was supposed to come. And all he did was go and say, ho, 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 Merry Christmas. Here's your toy, little boy. Here's your toy, little girl.
Yeah, they were all smiling. Some of the parents were there smiling as well.
Girls, these young kids, they just, they just wept with joy because they're so happy to see him. Now, on the other hand, Grinch and Cruella flew on down to Mar-a-Lago.
Okay, she said, "Hey, y'all might be closed, but me and baby boy, we out of here." She hopped on the plane and she was like, "Deuces."
So she left the Grinch, up here in Washington, D.C. He stole, what he did? He stole Christmas from all the Republicans because the Democrats said, hey, you know what? We ain't voting on this. We might as well go on home.
Half of them was gone and had to come back.
You know what? I guess he don't shut down the government. Will they get their paycheck? Because it should be like if you shut down the government, you shouldn't get no paycheck if you're a politician.
Yeah. Well, they say it's a partial shutdown. Another thing, too, about Barack Obama, he's visited that hospital before during his presidency. It was the Washington Children's National Health Center. And I thought it was really good at the end of him visiting all the kids where the staff were all out there and they were singing, "We wish you a Merry Christmas," and they all joined in. And he thanked the staff for, sacrificing and being there for the kids and how grateful he was, That's the thing. That's what we're used to a president displaying, the type of behavior we're used to seeing around the holidays. I don't think that Donald Trump last year went to anybody's anything, and I don't expect this year that him and Melania.
He wasn't going to go to a cemetery and honor our fallen heroes. What make you think he would go to a hospital? And he's a germophobia.
You know what? You go because it's the holiday season, and that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to give, You're
supposed to do right. You're supposed to try to live a better life. You're supposed
to
try to be fair, try to be just. You're supposed to have love for one another. He don't have them qualities. Not going to get it. He ain't going to change. A leopard don't change his spots. It just gets bigger. And this here is some kind of, I don't know, some kind of hybrid or mutant. He's a mutant. He's some kind of mutant of evil.
But you know what? With him, the one person who he did give a present to was Putin. Putin's happy with him, but everybody else is upset. Even the GOP is upset with him. I mean, it's just horrible. Well, one of the last things that I noticed today is, a couple of weeks ago, Cardi B came out and said that, she and Offset had been having problems and that they were going to get a divorce. But they are now reunited in Puerto Rico, and they're out there jet skiing, and couldn't help but notice that she did not have her ring on.
Listen,
but you know what? I don't know how that's going to go, but God bless her.
Because if that ring came off that jet ski and hit the bottom of that ocean,
it's over.
It's over with. She probably had to take that Lamborghini that he bought and put aqua fins on it. Because he could find my diamond ring, it went off. She was smart to keep that ring off,
Absolutely. All her jewelry off.
Cardi B, you know, she's a little uncouth. She's herself. You know, she just can't smooth herself out. You know, I like her for her being genuine the way she is. She just says all kind of crazy stuff. I'm not gonna repeat some of the things she said.
Yeah, some of the words she say they ain't even
Like
real words,
everybody
but
else
we
in the
understand
world.
her.
She's looking for love. She's looking for love from Offset. Now, the thing about it is, I don't think he has loyalty to her that he should have to her. But you know what? It's a learning process, and she's gonna have to learn, like all of us learn. Some people are good for you, and some people aren't.
Yeah.
So,
Well, after that, Offset donned a pure gold jacket, and he tweeted that, you know, he's been, I guess, you know, listening to Michael Jackson's "Man in the Mirror," that he's looking at himself, and I guess he's, you know, being introspective and trying to be the man that he should be, you know, for his wife and for his daughter, and face it, the other 4 kids that he got as well. You know, I mean, all of that kind of ties in, you know.
yeah, well, you know, God bless his heart. He's trying, you know. So, you know, we all fall short in the eyes of the Lord, but he's
That's
put
true.
his effort out there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to criticize him and his marriage and what he should be doing. I'm not going to play marriage counselor to him, but I'm just
Yep.
going to say, if you love her,
Treat her right.
honor her and respect her.
Exactly.
You know, that's how I try to live my life. You know, I just
That's right.
pass that on to anybody else out there living. If you got somebody you love, honor them and respect them.
Absolutely. Because, you know, that's what's going to, you know, be the glue to your marriage, you know. And he has those other kids, but he married Cardi B, and I wish him the best of luck. I always want to see Cardi win.
Yeah.
Always.
So I have to tell you, we had an episode this weekend of Find the Christmas Tree.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, we came down from the cold, frigid north, down here to sunny Florida, passed all through Georgia and saw nothing but pine trees and Christmas trees.
We got a lot of trees in Georgia.
As soon as I hit the Florida borderline, apparently there's no more pine trees because
Hit a drought.
they don't cut all the Christmas trees down. So when we got here, you know, my wife wants a live tree. Now I said, you know, let's cut it down our carbon footprint, save some of the earth, you know, let's use you know, an artificial tree. Mm-hmm. And no, I want a live tree. So we couldn't find one. So we ended up going to Home Depot, and they had none but the straggliest looking trees there was.
Charlie Brown tree.
Listen, it was Charlie Brown Lucy special. It was a pitiful looking tree. Mm-hmm. But I said, you know, do what you can. And when she said, I can't feel it, got too many gaps in it, it was terrible. And I mean, she just had a complete meltdown, like a Trump meltdown. I said, oh my God, you know, like, gonna have to get you some help here pretty soon, you know. So we saw the landscaper, right? And so she said, I've been trying to find a tree. So he tells her this place to go find a tree. This place is 50 miles from my house. 50 miles. I'm riding out in the country.
One way.
Riding out in the country, and I'm seeing big old signs as big as a Hummer saying Trump. Then people got a flag, like, you know, flying that Confederate flag. And then I told her, I said, if this place got that, when we going to this tree farm, and they got that, I'm not going in. She said, that's okay, I'll go in. I said, well, you go ahead. But we went to this tree farm. It was, we had to pay $4 to get in. I had never ever had to pay to go in, to pay to get in, to buy something. You know, I mean, I understand, like, you got a gun show or something like
that. You know, at home in Evanston, you just pull up to Poor Bob's and you just, you know, get a tree. You know, you don't have to pay, you know.
Yeah, exactly. But here, we had to go. So, but we found a tree, and so we're happy. And that's what we did. So we, you know, we got a tree, beautifully decorated, not a present under it. Because this is the first time in my life I ever bought 2 trees in the same for the same time at Christmas. You know? Yeah. So if you know anybody who needs a tree and is desperate and need one by tomorrow,
Oh, you gonna give up that little scrawny the Charlie Brown one? You can keep the big one, huh?
Yeah. It's a beautiful tree. Too bad it ain't gonna last for 2 weeks.
Awesome.
It's gonna be out of here. Listen.
Great.
When January rolls around, hey, they say, well, we're picking up trees on the 15th or 10th. Hey, you gotta go. That's it. So,
well, T, I just want to give a little shout out to S Hacker. God bless her. She's got pneumonia. She's been in and out the hospital. So just want to wish her a Merry Christmas. And of course, my mom has, been in and out the hospital, and she's in rehab, but she'll be getting out on the 27th. So I just want to wish, my family a Merry Christmas and your family a Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
And anybody who's out there listening to us, you guys, be blessed, be good, be thankful. And just, Merry Christmas to everybody,
Yeah, well, the same to you, your family, your brother. Merry Christmas to your mom. Merry Christmas to her. And anybody out there, like you said, Merry Christmas. And just a word of note, we will be back in the new year. So sometime around January 6th, 7th, 8th, we'll be back and have a new version by then. Hopefully the government is back up, and if not, we got a lot to talk about.
Absolutely.
A lot of craziness is going out there. Just pray. Don't forget there are still kids there on the border who are separated from their parents, who will not be enjoying Christmas. They've been incarcerated because they have brown skin and they don't speak the language, and they're poor, and that's their crime, and it's wrong. So. People goodwill that, we're doing what we can to make this change, and we hope we can make this change.
Absolutely.
So until then, Merry Christmas, and may the Lord bless you and look over you, and hope that your new year is prosperous and safe.
Absolutely.
So until then, this is T the Man speaking for Sandra Tucker and S Hacker. Bye-bye. Merry Christmas. You my jingle bells?
I didn't know you got it like that.
Okay. All right.